two games in a row. Baltimore Ravens are on a roll. What's going on? It's your man Dominic K in here, of course, the DominiCShow.com, on fire-tv.com. Let's get this thing going, man. Hold on. Let's get this thing together. A lot of things going on here in Baltimore and of course across the country. I am here weekdays, and I have a ton of things to get into. I have a ton of things to get into. I don't know what is going on with this mic. Okay, all right, I think we better now. All right, so of course, as always, search the Diamond K Show anywhere you get your podcasts. The Diamond K Show. Thank you for joining me. And today's broadcast brought to you by City View Bar and Grill, 6700 Security Boulevard, Gwen Oak, Maryland. CityViewMD.com, CityViewMD.com. So early voting in Maryland started yesterday. Early voting started yesterday. What are you doing? Are you voting? Now, in-person voting began. Voters can cast their ballots at any early voting center where they live. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. each day of early voting. So state election officials say that they are expecting a strong turnout because of the number of people that voted early in the primaries. Here is what you need to know about voting early in Maryland. Early voting centers, as I said, open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., October the 27th to November the 3rd. October 27th to November the 3rd. You can vote early at any voting center in the jurisdiction where you live. Any voting center in the jurisdiction where you live. Any registered Maryland voter can cast a ballot during early voting. Any Marylander who is not registered to vote but is eligible can register and vote during early voting. All right. So you need more information on early voting. Visit elections.maryland.gov. Elections.maryland.gov. So I think I'm gonna do early voting because it is important to do, obviously. And on election day, I'm going to be talking about the election. So I don't have time to stop and vote because I need to be able to talk about what we need to be able to talk about. So early voting underway. Definitely encourage you to do that. Get that done. Get that out the way because there is a lot of, it's a lot of stuff going on out there. But here in Maryland, I think things are okay. All right, so we got let's move that. All right, so where you want to start? You want to start Diddy? Okay, shout out to Diddy. P Diddy, what he calls himself Love now. He has upped his game. This came out of nowhere. But his net worth climbing now. So Diddy is officially a billionaire. Diddy is officially a billionaire. And now let me say this. I often have to remind people that the net worth is not liquid. It's not the money that he has on hands, not the money that he can put his hands on. This is his net worth. It's net worth. But Diddy evidently replacing Kanye on the richest hip hop artist list. Now, Kanye's still on that list. It's just that he's moved down a few pegs. So Jay-Z, Diddy, and Ye have topped the list of the richest rappers, right? So he lost, talking about Kanye, he lost the deal with Adidas, Gap, Balenciaga, and more. But Ye is still a top earning hip hop artist. Ranked, he's in that top 5, right? He currently has a net worth of $500 million. In 2021, he had a net worth of $250 million. just half of his current wealth. So things fluctuate. Things fluctuate. Now, Ye's previous spot has been replaced by Diddy. Replaced by Diddy. Now, Diddy's net worth of $1 billion takes him to number 2, with, of course, Jay-Z holding the top spot with 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion. Diddy has 1 billion. This is to estimate. Ye's worth is below that. So also on this list, it's a bunch of folks, on a list. But what does this really mean? They estimate a lot of things, and this is estimations. And what is the real purpose of this? So it's like a badge. Like, this is not actual money. It is based on deals. It is based on properties that they have something to do with. Is based on strategic partnerships. And Kanye, of course, lost a lot of those in just the month of October. Talk about the October surprise. Kanye lost a lot, in the month of October, and this is the result of that. Can he get it back? I don't know. I don't know. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. But is he willing to do what is required to make amends in some of these instances? I don't know. I don't know if he wants to. I don't know if he should, if he's in the mental space where he can do this. I don't know. Hopefully, hopefully that this thing can be worked out. I guess. I don't know. But so this report from the former Forbes editor Zach O'Malley says this: the 2022 wealthiest hip hop artist. Diddy is now the, third hip hop billionaire. So he has a partnership with Ciroc. He has assets like Revolt. He has some tequila. All of that stuff helped him bring in about 90 million last year. Of course, Jay-Z, as I said, in that top spot. Kanye was in second place, and now he is further down. Kanye, it's really it's been something to watch. I haven't seen anything quite like this before. Kanye confirmed a lot of the reports on Instagram once he got his page back. Remember, he said that he lost $2 billion in one day. He caused that loss, though. Kanye caused that loss. Another thing that, recently came about, he's been hanging out with Candace Owens. He's been hanging out with her for quite some time. And has been picking up on a lot of her habits. Kanye reportedly admired Hitler and the Nazi Party, wanted to name his album Hitler. Of course, he named it Ye, thankfully. But multiple sources reporting this. He was so enamored by Adolf Hitler and his book, Mein Kampf, that he was tempted to honor him, this infamous war criminal, with an album title. An executive and former employee of Kanye's recently spoke to CNN about the rapper's jaw-dropping admiration for the murderous dictator, German dictator, the one who orchestrated the Holocaust. That's the person that Kanye looks up to. And I've seen so many people on social media defending Kanye's actions. I guess they're going to defend this too. Yeah, they're just, they're going to defend that. I don't know. But this former employee, said that Kanye would praise Hitler by saying how incredible it was that he was able to accumulate so much power, and would talk about all the great things he and the Nazi Party achieved for the German people. Now, you're going to have these folks online that are going to defend this. I heard some people saying, why was there not backlash when the comments were made about Harriet Tubman, about slavery, when he had the Confederate flag on, all these things Kanye did. Even the George Floyd comments, why wasn't he canceled then? And the reason why is mainly because there were so many black people making excuses for Kanye West at that time. There was not this, I don't know, there was not this upswell of outrage. It wasn't there. I don't know why, but it was not there. Look at this clown. Look at this clown. Anyway, so it was, that was not there. So we were divided, as we're divided about many things. We're divided about many things. Other groups are more organized. LGBTQ, when they're offended as people, they organize. They go after who that is. And Jewish people, same thing. They go after. People are organized, unified. Black people, we have got to work on that. We have got to work on that. And then, you're going to have other people saying that, well, we don't own this, and the Jewish people own that, and blah, 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 blah. Right? But black people have something that is very powerful, and that is the economic dollar, right? We are the people, the main people that these products are pushed to. So when someone offends us, we can unite, we should unite and not spend our money in places where we are offended. That's what it would be, right? Everybody can have stuff to sell, but if the people are not buying it, that is where the power is. So that's just what it is. So until that happens, until we harness our economic power, until we do that, then we're going to have folks disrespecting us, including black people like Kanye. Wow. Yeah. So Kanye wanted to name his album after Adolf Hitler. After Adolf Hitler. Crazy. This roller coaster ride that Kanye has been on, Kanye the entertainer. Folks are saying, oh, he wanted this. He did not want this. He did not think that all this was going to happen, because for so long he has been unchecked. For so long he's been able to say and do things without any real repercussions. Talks crazy about his wife, ex-wife, kid's mother. Talks crazy about the grandmother. He just talks crazy. He talks crazy. He said that Quentin Tarantino stole Django Unchained from him. With Piers Morgan, an interview with Piers Morgan, Kanye made this claim that Jamie Foxx and Quentin Tarantino stole the idea from Django Unchained from him. It is, I mean, he's talking. He's talking. He said, actually, him and Jamie got the idea from me, because the idea I pitched to Jamie Foxx and Quentin Tarantino as the video for Gold Digger. He said that he pitched it as the music video for Gold Digger. And then Tarantino turned it into a film. Tarantino has fired back at the claim, saying that he had the idea ahead of West. So I don't know. It could have happened. It could have happened. They could have been talking about it, the treatment for the music video. It's possible. While speaking to Jimmy Kimmel, Tarantino said that I had the idea for a while before I even met Kanye. He did have an idea for a video, and I do think it was for the Gold Digger video, that he would be a slave, The whole thing was a slave narrative where he's the slave and he's singing Gold Digger, and it was very funny. It was really, really a funny idea, he says. So I don't know. It's possible. Kanye says a lot of crazy things. I don't know if that's that crazy though. It's possible he is acknowledging Tarantino acknowledging that there was the idea, acknowledging that Kanye pitched something related to the video. I know this was a couple years ago, but he remembers if it happened. I think that he probably pitched something like that, and maybe Tarantino ran with it. I don't know. But Kanye definitely, if that is the case, this is not the first time we should have heard about this. Kanye should have went after him back then. Why are you just bringing it up randomly now? He should have definitely jumped on this a long time ago. How long ago was that movie made? It was a long time ago. So the story director, Tarantino, explained even more, saying that it was meant to be ironic. It's like a huge musical. I mean, like, no expenses were spared. With him in this like slave rag outfit doing everything, then that was part of the pushback on it. But I wish he had done it. It sounded really cool. Anyway, what he's referencing to is that. Now, that's not what he did. And obviously, the movie, any movie about slavery doesn't mean that the idea came from Kanye West. And so, I don't know. It's interesting. And maybe they took the initial idea of a concept. Now, they can have a concept. Let's say it was about baseball. And then they tell the story that they want to tell about baseball, which was different from the story that you may wanted to told about baseball. And then you say, the story's about baseball. That was my idea. I'm the one that said something about baseball, but it's not the same story. I mean, it's kind of fuzzy. I don't think that Kanye has a case. I don't think he's going to be able to get any money out of it. Let me say that. The conversation obviously happened. Both of them acknowledged the conversation happened. But did he steal the idea? Kanye didn't invent slavery. But maybe they were having a conversation. Obviously, they were having a conversation about it in some form. But here you go. Kanye's going to be talking all the different things that people stole from him. He should have got it together. He should have had this stuff together. He should have had it together so Adidas doesn't own his designs as well. You should have had that together as well. But I'm sure, because he's taken such a financial backslide, he's going to start. You know how when you are down on some money, when you've lost some money, you start thinking about all the people that owe you something. That's what's happening right now. Kanye is thinking about all the people that possibly owe him some money. Somewhere he can get something from, because he's taking such a fall. In a short amount of time, he has taken a fall. Now, he's still a millionaire, a multimillionaire, hundreds of millions. But the fall continues. So another thing with the sporadic nature, Kanye West, his Donda Academy, the school that's named after his mother, it's K through 12 school, now has reopened after an email was sent out to parents telling them that they would be closed for the remainder of 2022-2023 school year. So around midnight on Wednesday, the email was sent out, which read, "Join us tomorrow morning in worship for the return of Donda Academy. With the help of our parents and community, we are back and returning with a vengeance. The email continued, the children of Donda are going to change the world. Apologies for the late email. See you bright and early. Now, 4 hours before that, there was another email sent that said that at the discretion of our founder, Donda Academy will close for the remainder of the 2023 school year, effective immediately, in all caps. There is no school tomorrow. Kanye also commented about the situation on Instagram on Wednesday, saying that his school was being shut down. Now they're saying that they're back open with the vengeance. This is the sporadic back and forth, nature of Kanye. I suppose this is what we have come to expect from him. Yeah, it is interesting. It is interesting that you have this back and forth close. Would you send your kids to a school run by Kanye West? Can you imagine what they are being taught? In the wake of the controversy surrounding Kanye, he's been dropped by, of course, a bunch of folks, bunch of businesses. Adidas, we talked about that. Balenciaga. Aaron Donald and Jaylen Brown also parted ways with Kanye's Donda Sports. So you've had attorneys, you've had banks, you've had strategic partners that do not want to be associated with him. Do not want to be associated. Adidas said that they do not tolerate the anti-Semitic stuff. There's some kind of clause in the contract that the hate speech is not allowed, supported. Recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous. They violate the company's values of diversity, inclusion, and mutual respect and fairness, Adidas said. Now, after a thorough review, the company has taken the decision to terminate the partnership with Ye immediately, end production of Yeezy branded products, and stop all payments to Ye and his companies. I don't agree with that part. Like, if they owe him some money, if Adidas owes him money, they should pay what they owe. They should pay what they owe. You can't use this as an excuse to not pay the man what you've already owed. You can say we're not going to make any future money, but if you owe him something from earlier in this quarter, this is expected to have a short-term negative impact on the company's net income in 2022. Given we're riding into the fourth quarter, Christmas time, end of the year stuff. Adidas is the sole owner of all design rights to existing products, as well as previous and new colorways under the partnership. That's tricky. Adidas is the sole owner of all design rights to existing Yeezy products, as well as previous and new colorways under the partnership. For more information will be given as part of the company's upcoming quarter 3 earnings announcement on November the 9th. Kanye recently stated, the thing about me and Adidas is like, I can literally say anti-Semitic stuff and they can't drop me. That's what he said. He taunted them. He said that I can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Evidently, you did not read the fine print. And evidently, I don't know. Evidently, they could and did drop him. Now, many folks are saying, so what? He's still going to be able to make moves. I don't know. I don't know what the view is. 50 Cent said that Kanye just needs to shut up, let this thing cool down. Other entertainers have been in similar situations, not the same exact situation, but very similar. Very similar. Would you send your kids to Kanye's school? Would you send your kids to that school? It's so crazy that he even has a school to send kids to. It's crazy. His ex-wife, kids' moms, she's not sending their kids to the school. That may tell you something. You listen to the Diamond K Show, of course, on fire-tv.com, radioonfire.com. Do this, take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the show after this.
It's the Diamond K Show.
So much going on in the world. You talk about things from the perspective of how it is. DJ Diamond K, sometimes it comes off like you are almost not in support of, but you just accept the way things are and there's no chance of change. Check me out on YouTube. That's the part that I am just like, ah.
On firetv.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You made Diamond K in here, of course, the diamondkshow.com, on fire-tv.com. So, I saw this online early today, and it's unfortunate because you have so many people that are so quick. These Republicans, conservatives are so quick to attempt to discredit anything that that Democrats say. So Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, was attacked by a suspect. He's in custody. David DePape shouted, "Where's Nancy?" The suspect is 42 years old, identified by the San Francisco police as a suspect in Paul Pelosi's attack. This is the husband of the Speaker of the House. He was attacked by this guy, assaulted with a hammer early this morning inside his San Francisco home by an attacker identified, as I said, David DePape, shouting, "Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy?" Well, he's facing attempted homicide charges, assault with a deadly weapon, elder abuse, burglary, and several other felonies stemming from this incident after 2 a.m. Police responded to the well-being check and found DePape and Paul Pelosi struggling over a hammer. He said that officers witnessed DePape pull the hammer away from Pelosi and violently assault him. I saw some conservatives on Twitter talking about this was like Jussie Smollett. No, not the same thing. Not the same thing at all. Disgusting attack. Early this morning, the assailant broke into the Pelosi residence in California and assaulted Mr. Pelosi. Disgusting. He was taken to a hospital where he's receiving medical care and is expected to make a full recovery. Is that where we are? Is that where we are? People breaking into the homes of politicians and assaulting them. This is not what America should be in 2022. The speaker and her family are grateful to the first responders, the medical professionals who were involved, and I'm sure that they want privacy at this time. The White House and President Biden is praying for Paul Pelosi and for the entire family after this attack. I don't know. So she's got to beef up security. Many of these national politicians are going to have to get more security. Two sources have said that Paul Pelosi was specifically targeted, severely beaten with a hammer, suffered blunt force injuries to the head and the body, has bruising and severe swelling. bruising, and severe swelling. Nancy Pelosi was in Washington, D.C. with her protective detail. Thankfully, U.S. Capitol Police are conducting a review on security for lawmakers following the attack. We have got to turn the temperature down. We do not have to agree with each other politically, but this should not happen. This absolutely should not happen. The reported attack is not the first time the Pelosi Pacific Heights property has been targeted recently. This is not the first time. We've got to get this together and do better. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, onfire-tv.com. Vice President Harris is visiting Baltimore for an event with candidate Wes Moore. So that is happening. They have changed the location. It was one spot. Now it is at the Cahill Rec Center tomorrow. So that is in West Baltimore. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it over there. But that is going to be interesting. Of course, we talked about early voting, which is underway right now, and the election around the freaking corner. Election around the corner. We've been talking about it, and it is almost here. Take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. Today's broadcast was brought to you in part by City View Bar and Grill. City View is a family-friendly, casual dining bar and restaurant, providing high-quality food and good old-fashioned friendly service. At City View Bar and Grill, you can live every hour like it's happy hour. The food is mouth-watering, the atmosphere is fun, energetic, and mature. Located at 6700 Security Boulevard in Gwynn Oak, Maryland, a.k.a. Woodlawn, it is the City View Bar and Grill. Stop in today or visit cityviewmd.com. That's cityviewmd.com. The 2022 Baltimore Crown Awards goes down Saturday, November the 19th at the Garage, 6 Lafayette Avenue in Baltimore. This year's celebration is an Emerald Party. There is a dress code. It's emerald green, and that is to celebrate the 16-year anniversary of the Baltimore Scene movement. Please come dressed in the theme and the color for a visual unity that reflects the theme for the evening. It's hosted by comedian Desi Alexander. You can cast your votes right now. Visit thebaltimorescene.org. We'll see you Saturday, November the 19th, 2022. For the Baltimore Crown Awards.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American-owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
Why are they scared?
the defense wanted to call a forensic accountant. And this accountant is supposed to testify that Mosby's net worth declined by at least 30% in the spring of 2020 as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Oh, and the prosecution hates that. See, because here's my thing. Every business was affected by COVID, unless your business was to spread COVID. So the prosecution's like, oh, no, she's going to actually prove her case. We don't want this to happen. We don't want any testimony from this witness. So they didn't want the testimony. Of course, this at the core is her defense. Mosby had a travel-related business. The travel industry was impacted severely by COVID.
It's the Diamond K Show. Hear it on FireTV.com.
Welcome back. Your man Diamond K in here. So the Russian court is continuing with this fiasco. Brittney Griner's appeal of this almost 10-year sentence, 9 years, has been denied. Now, the White House wants you to believe that this opens up the possibility for further negotiations. That's what they want you to believe. They want you to believe that they have a window. They have a window. Griner appeared virtually at her appeal hearing earlier this week on Tuesday and urged the court to reassess her sentence, saying that people found guilty of lesser crimes were obviously given shorter sentences. Now, she said that she begs that the court take in all of the stakes that were overlooked in the first court and reassess my sentence here. Of course, she doesn't want to be there. And I'm sure that if and when she gets out, the last place that she's going to probably go is going to be Russia. I don't know her personally, but this I bet this. She is 31 years old, a Houston native who plays professional basketball for the Phoenix Mercury. Detained on February the 17th at an airport as she returned to Russia to play the WNBA offseason after she was accused of having the vape cartridges containing hashish oil, which is illegal in that country. She pled guilty to charges over the summer, saying that the cartridges containing this oil were in her luggage mistakenly, and she had no intention of breaking Russian law. I mean, that's what she said. Okay, her attorney called the appeal decision disappointing yet unsurprising, and one that further validates the fact that she is being held hostage and is being used as a political pawn. I just wish that folks understand your rights in America do not extend to other countries. They don't extend to other countries. So let this be a lesson to you all that are going places. You cannot do the same things over there, wherever there is, that you do here in America. You just can't do it. This girl is facing 9 years, almost 10 years in jail for this. 10 years in jail. U.S. National Security Advisor, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan has reiterated in a statement following the court's decision earlier this week that the Biden administration's commitment to securing Griner's freedom is still there, called the appeal hearing another sham judicial proceeding. That's what they're saying. Of course, it's a sham because America's not doing it, but I'm sure that a lot of things that we do here, other countries feel are shams as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, onfire-tv.com. Music submissions for my mix show, which is tomorrow, airs tomorrow, 12 noon, onfire-tv.com, the Baltimore Club Show. Anyway, booking and business information, contact me, djdiamondk@gmail.com, djdiamondk@gmail.com. Also, you can stream episodes of the program, The Diamond K Show, at onfire-tv.com or wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube. You can go there as well. Search The Diamond K Show. And to watch our programs live or on demand, onfire-tv.com/watch. onfire-tv.com/watch. I will see you guys later. I mean, this is Halloween weekend coming up. I forgot we got a lot of things to talk about. The haunted house at the Cecil Kirk Recreation Center, October the 26th to October 27th, October 28th. Last day today, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Spooky. Definitely. It is absolutely free. So make sure that you come out. 6:30, 8:30 tonight. It's been going on for the last couple of days. All right. And check that out. I will be back here tomorrow. And as news happens, you never know.